Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. Spurs lose at home. So Thomas Frank hype is gone. It's over. It's finished. Khalas, we dropped Thomas Frank, and it's over now. So Spurs, they got their. You know what? With Postecoglou, they fell off in game week 10. Now it's game week 3 only. So it's probably a Spursy thing that they do. Big up, of course, Stewart here, guys. Say hi to the new guy here on the channel. From also Spurs with Jim and the guys, of course. Big up, Stewart, for joining us. The first time for you on the channel, so we welcome you with a loss, of course, from Bournemouth, of course, at home and your own ground. Of course, we got Mac here with the Gahey bid going in, with the Isak deal happening for Liverpool, and the confidence. And also Dio, who is confident about the game tomorrow. Marsa will be joined by Ahmed. Probably Jimmy Spliff is going to be here. Over 400 people in the house, guys, on just starting the show. I don't want to stop the show every 2 minutes to tell you guys to like the damn video. So hit that like button, subscribe. Fonzie, you are a fraud. I'm not an Arsenal fan. Best Arsenal fan channel on YouTube. I promise you, Fonzie. I'm going to tell you something, Fonzie. If I'm an Arsenal fan and you know that, I'll be on at least 100 to 200,000 subscribers. And you know that for a fact, Fonzie. If I declare for any club in the Premier League, I will be on 100 to 200. My watch-alongs only for that club will be on 10K on every watch-along, and you know it. If I really support one of the Premier League clubs, my watch-alongs will be 10K people live.
We don't want you. We don't know if Tottenham will have you. Tottenham, will you have him as a fan?
Oh, no.
He supports Inter, so no.
Dead-ass. Do you think I'm going to support that dead-ass club, Spurs? Are you mad?
No, you can pass him off to Liverpool. Are you interested? K-Mac, are you interested in having more as a fan of your club? Nah, don't worry about it. Let's just.
Chelsea. I always thought you were Chelsea, man.
Grimsby Town will have you more. Grimsby Town will have you.
I'll gladly support Grimsby Town.
I don't mind, to be honest, because he's a Mo Salah fan, so it's all good.
I'm a big Mo Salah fan.
It's all good.
Big Mohamed Salah fan.
Welcome to the fold.
I don't know, like Stewart. How do you know? You know I'm Egyptian, right?
I know you're Egyptians, of course. Mohamed Salah.
Would you be a glory hunter then? I don't know.
For Mohamed Salah, yeah, 100%. I'm a glory hunter.
If you suddenly supported Liverpool,
if I support Arthur, will I be a glory hunter?
No.
What glory? That's the question. What glory? What glory is gonna be there? What glory? We should start with the Spurs game. Yeah, Ammi Stewart. Was I fucking wrong to sit with George yesterday and fucking prop Spurs? Like for that, this is my third time getting bit back by Spurs. Was that my fault to support Spurs? yesterday? Like say that Spurs are going to be good. Yani haram.
I honestly believe we still are going to be good. I think, as the Liverpool fan in the group knows, Bournemouth are not a bad side. They gave you a good game a week or so ago. So they're a good side. Areola is a great coach. But there's two stats I'll give you, which is why, as a Spurs fan, we should have known better than going in. And I predicted, obviously, we'd win. This is the 7th time we have lost going into an international break. The 7th time. And it is the 9th time that we haven't won after beating Man City. It is just, it's a Spursy thing. What can I say? But it's, I still believe though that, and of course, it was the day when we show off Xavi Simons to the crowd. So it's a typical thing that we're all excited. We're all, happy with our new toy, that then we go and shit the bed. But, I do believe that with Thomas Frank, we will actually.
With the money you invested, you better get top 4. With the money Spurs invested, you better get top 4. With the invested money.
So have Liverpool, so have City, so have Arsenal, so have Chelsea.
On paper, don't you have a better team than Chelsea?
Chelsea got a lot more depth than we do.
Yeah, but you have a better team than.
It's got to be Champions League. Spurs. That's the aim, isn't it? European football again.
Yeah, so fourth,
I think we're aiming for 5th, which hopefully can still get us a Champions League spot. And having seen Newcastle fail to win again, I think Villa is also going to struggle. I think 5th is a definite possibility.
I am against Newcastle. That's it. I'm against Newcastle. What the heck?
I've seen the highlights of the Bournemouth game. Like Bournemouth, how Semenyo's going to stay at Bournemouth, I don't know.
No. Yeah,
they've done really well with him. He is a real threat. Like Tottenham's goalkeeper played an absolute.
Yes, man of our match.
By the way, there is the gay news actually. Liverpool were hoping to get 30 million. Crystal Palace want 40 now.
Yeah,
it's better than 50. They wanted 50, 55.
Yeah, it's better than 50.
Managed to get them down by 10.
And you got to pay 35 plus 5. Yeah, it's fine. It's a good deal.
I think I'm asking for Gomez as well on loan is a bit cheeky, but
because they can't find a replacement.
No, they can't.
But they can't afford to let him go for free.
No, they can't.
They can't afford to let him go for free. Yeah. No, they can't. But for Spurs, Ahmed is joining us in a second to talk about Chelsea. For Spurs, the likes of Kudos, the likes of Xavi Simons, Richarlison, all these guys should be able to help Spurs at least get closer to the top 5, right? Like, because people still put them in 7th or 8th.
Yeah, I think the people that do are basing it on the fact that we finished 17th last season. 17th was a false position. It's pretty clear. I think anyone look at our injury record, look at the way we're a little bit gung-ho under Ange as well. I think Frank has shown with Brentford he can get a side to overperform kind of the sum of the parts. I think if we can stay fit, we've got one of the best back lines in the league. If you look at Romero van de Ven, if you look at Spence and Udogie, I think we've got a really, really strong back 4. Our problem is probably having strong left wing. Now that Son's gone, we really want, we would have loved to have got Savinha. And I think Simons is going to be the one that makes a difference to us now that we've lost Madison.
Is he going to play on the left or is he going to play on the 10?
I think he's going to have to play on the 10 until Kulu gets back.
Who's going to play on the left? Brennan Johnson.
Or what I would hope is we actually give a run to Odegaard and give him a chance.
Odegaard. I like Odegaard.
I like him as well.
I like him. He's a very, very good player. That midfield, you talk about depth. You have Bergwijn, you have Bentancur, you have Archie Gray, you have Sarr.
They're kids.
But they're good at Chelsea. Chelsea have kids as well. Chelsea don't have experienced players.
Gray is 19, and until this season last season he was played out of position at centre back and right back. Bergwijn's 19. Sarr is only 22. It's a young midfield.
Yeah.
The problem was
Paulinho as well.
Paulinho is class.
But don't you think that if you're good enough, you're old enough? Like the thing about it is these kids can put in a shift when you need them to in a particular game. It doesn't have to be for the whole 38 games of the season. There's certain teams you'd be like, you know what, Odegaard is going to play this one, Archie Gray is going to play this one. I'm going to rest my senior players just so that I can have them fit for a tougher game, type thing. And I think those players can put in a shift. I've seen those boys put in a shift. Look, maybe depth-wise, you don't have enough players as much players as Chelsea, depth-wise. But I said this with Mo on the first stream that we did this when the season was going to start. I said either Manchester United or Tottenham was going to be the dark horse that I think would actually come fourth or fifth. And most people are still saying fifth, sixth, seventh. No, I'm telling you the reason I think that is there's going to be three teams. Look, Chelsea, I think City is going to have a big problem this season because most teams have gotten better and people are no longer afraid of them. There was a City fear a couple of seasons ago, 2-3 seasons ago. Most teams don't have that fear anymore. Like it's like, yeah, you respect them, you know they're good, but they're no longer afraid of them. So they're going to have a lot on their hands from teams. We've seen what Bournemouth has already started doing this season. And Bournemouth, they lost some of their good players too. And they're still balling out this way. So again, I think you guys have enough in the tank. But today's game, I don't know what happened. I caught part of the first half. And I was like, this is not looking like the Tottenham that I saw play a couple of games ago. It really looked bad. And you guys were at home again.
No, we couldn't handle the press. First of all, I think you're quite right. What Thomas did against Burnley, if you saw, he played the kids in that one to give rotation after the Paris Saint-Germain game. And I think he's going to have to be clever about who he plays when. But I still think, we will struggle. But today we struggle with the press. Our midfield, we don't have any. If you look at Sarr, he's great with the ball and kind of progressing forward with the ball, but he's not a great passer. Palhinha is really not a great passer at all. Bentancur had a really off day. So we had nobody who could keep a hold of the ball and actually pass it out to our forward lines. Brennan Johnson, if he's not scoring, he's not doing much. And that's why I would like Odegaard to be given a run out on the left wing. But really, if you look today, everyone had an off day. Richie couldn't, hold the ball up for 2 seconds.
The goalkeeper had an on day today. He saved you guys.
If it wasn't for Vic, we'd have lost 3-0, 3 or 4-0.
Yeah. He was on fire though. I mean, like but then again, I like Thomas Frank and I rate him as a manager. So as much as I don't like Spurs as a club, as a business, as an entity or whatever they choose to call themselves, Thomas Frank. Yeah, it's never about me not being allowed to. I just never. It's just Like there's a hiking place that is called something Hotspur here in Austin, Texas. And someone was like, "Oh, let's go hiking." Then I was like, I would never be caught dead walking down that place just because of the just because that name is there. So yeah, but I rate Thomas Frank, and I think that this is just a little stumble.
I agree.
But I think it's also painful that it's a stumble that happened on your home turf. That on home turf, at least get a draw. Regardless of what happens, get a draw.
We almost even stole a draw at the end. I don't know if you saw the Matisse Tel shot that just went wide.
Yeah,
nearly got a draw.
Yeah.
So we actually almost stole a point, and it would have been daylight robbery, to be perfectly honest.
I mean that is a sign of a good team though. If you can stick in a game like when you're getting absolutely whacked, like we did against Newcastle.
Spurs are doing nothing. Spurs are going to get 5th, 6th this season, probably something like this. They aren't, because I saw, like, the problem with me is to lose at home in this manner is not like, there is a difference when Liverpool lost to Nottingham Forest last season. They peppered Nottingham Forest and they lost with one counter attack, right? But to actually be the second best team on the pitch at home, that is the worrying sign. Like even Chelsea today, which is when we come to Chelsea didn't look like the best team on the pitch. He didn't.
We scammed the win today, man. I'll be honest.
Lucky Chelsea.
Yeah.
They didn't look the best. I actually think that Spurs they didn't look like they were ready for Iraola's tactics. Thomas Frank didn't look like he's ready for Iraola's tactics. He didn't know how to stop the counterattacks, the transitions that go from the sides to the middle.
Press. He couldn't get out of the high press.
Yeah, 100%. And
he brought the Ange high line.
The thing is, though,
from the front, defend from the front. That's what they did to you guys today in the whole first half. I was just like, this is ridiculous. And it's almost like your players are trying to slow down the pace of the game every single time they got the ball. Let's slow it down and then let me find the pass. And they're like, nope, run right through them.
Exactly. But that's what I was saying, though, that we didn't have the right midfield to handle it. Because if you look at our midfield, that's why we need someone like Maddison, who we're missing.
I was going to say
we need someone Simmons, because they've got the ball and they'll find the pass and they can get past the man. Whereas the ones who are playing today don't have those skills.
But the thing is, though, is that midfield is really a Thomas Frank midfield, though, isn't it? Like, he does like a Brexit midfield as Liverpool used to have. Like, the thing is, though, I think people are being a bit disrespectful to Bournemouth. Bournemouth are going to take points off the top 6 teams.
100%.
Season. They did it last year. They'll do it this year. That manager's a really good manager. Like, and they never lost any attackers, by the way.
Yeah.
They didn't lose any of their attack. They lost their defense. You know, and they outrun so many teams. Like, they still keep on running and still keep on pressing, even if they're losing in games. Like, it's something.
K-Mac, I agree with you. I hear you on good. Also saying, like, if you're playing at home, though, like, I mean, at the least,
they finished 8th last season, by the way.
I know.
Yeah, but Spurs have better players, though.
And
Spurs have better players.
They finished 8th.
There is miles between the two guys. Defense-wise, there are miles between both teams. Miles between both teams. Romero, Van de Ven, Pedro Porro, Udogie, Jet Spence.
We have a great defense.
Miles.
But the problem is the midfield.
It's all about players and tactics. Look at Grimsby and Man United.
Yeah, but Thomas Frank is a good tactician. He should be able to do better than this.
I agree. And if you look until today, he's got every game spot on. Our friendlies were spot on. Paris Saint-Germain, he got it spot on against City, spot on against Burnley. Today, he had a bad day at the office. Simple as that.
I think that's fair. I also, what surprised me a bit of Thomas Frank is that I thought he would adapt a bit more in the second half in particular after what had happened. And it was pretty much same old, which was kind of like surprising to me because, like, you know, his whole thing is like, I adapt to the situation at hand. So it's like, I was going to hope, you know, there'll be a bit more adapting going on there. But of course. Yeah.
I think, and most of us, you can imagine the Oso Spurs WhatsApp group, we all expected him to make changes at half time. And and the fact that he waited another 10, 15 minutes before he did, we were all a bit surprised. And if you look at the subs, like Bergvall made a difference when he came on, as did Udogie. Once Porro
scored.
Yeah, and because Porro was looking more like the Porro from last season under Ange than he had in the previous games this season.
Things that I said I will never back Spurs again. I'm done with backing Spurs. I'm done. I'm being serious. I'm done with backing Spurs, bro. I'm done. Like, banter aside, I'm done. I'm done saying Spurs are good. They're gonna do something, this and that. They aren't doing anything. Like,
not this season. We're on the rebuild.
You need Harvey Elliott, but you haven't gone for it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, guys, there's about 900 people here. Can we get the likes at least to 400? Guys, there's only 150 likes. And you guys are voting without liking the video. The like button helps the channel go to the next viewer. So the like button is underneath your live chat. Click that like button. It doesn't... Click even dislike the video. It doesn't matter. It's an interaction. That's all we need. An interaction with the video. And let's go now to the best club
don't tell people to dislike the video. Don't even do it.
It's an interaction. You know, YouTube doesn't care about this.
I know.
It doesn't care. It just knows that you're not a bot.
Yeah?
Yes, it just knows that you're not a bot. That's the thing. So big up to the biggest club in London, of course, signing the best player in England, Alejandro Garnacho. Alejandro, what a smug, to be honest with you. What a smug. I can't stand the kid. I just can't stand him.
What did he do to you?
I can stand him. I can stand him.
I don't know. I don't know.
I can't stand the guy.
Transitioning.
That was a very nice. That was not a nice hook.
That was some bad hair.
You know, that
looks like a man who's transitioning.
You guys want? I can't stand the guy. I just can't stand him. I don't know why. I can't stand him.
What is your reason? Is it a
I
football?
don't know. I don't know the guy personally. He's a celebrity, right? For me, he's a celebrity, right? I am allowed to not like him.
All right, fair.
I'm not. Am I either gonna? Do I abuse him online? I don't. I don't do it. I don't text him. I don't tag him. I don't do anything. I don't know the person. I just can't stand him.
Fairs.
I just can't stand the guy. Like for example, I can't stand Cucurella, but there are reasons because I think Cucurella is a dirty player. Is he a good player? Yes, he's a dirty player. I can stand Bruno Fernandes. I can stand Bernardo Silva. I can stand Romero. Dirty player as well. I can stand these guys.
I mean, there are enough videos of Cucurella lying on the floor, like after diving, going.
Yeah, man. That's my
videos.
That's my level.
And for the people that say that is a bit toxic.
100%.
Why toxic? Why toxic?
Wait till
Why
you get
toxic?
used to watching Xavi Simon's face crying to every foul. That's going to wind you up.
Is he
as
one?
well.
Is he one of them as well? Is he one of them?
Just Google Xavi Simon's crying face.
Is he
He's,
this? Oh my
He's
god!
one of those guys, and every tackle is always like look into the
He
rest.
is not going to give him a hug, is he? At the end of the game, like he needs a Jurgen Klopp hug every game, doesn't he, Xavi Simons?
But this Garnacho move. Here's the thing. Here's what I think. I think he's going to a.
We need to talk about Garnacho and me when we've been talking about it.
Why do you always fucking come to my chat to tell me I'm disingenuous, and I never seen you donate, like, comment on the video? You just come to fucking my chat and say I'm fucking disingenuous. This is my channel, right? And you are one of the viewers, yet you come to my channel every single time. Mo, you're disingenuous. Mo, you're disingenuous. Why don't you make your own fucking channel so you can be your own disingenuous then? What the fuck, bro? Let's fucking get off me, bro. Get off me. I'm fucking married, bro. Just get off me, bro. I'm fucking married, bro. Just fucking weirdos, bro. Anyway. I am decent enough not to ban the person, assuming that this person is going to be better and better. Like, you can say I'm disingenuous, right? At least provide a reason I'm disingenuous. Why? Anyway.
I'm just
gonna ask the question.
I'm annoyed, bro. I'm annoyed today. The football was dire today from the three teams. And I'm fucking it was so awful, bro.
Poor day.
Fucking annoyed today.
I
woke up at 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning to watch Chelsea. Watch this dog ass game, bro. 6 in the morning.
With dodgy VAR decisions.
I cannot lie to you, man. You know what, man? That
so
game today,
fucking dead, bro.
That game today was hilarious, man. I'll be honest, man. You know, that was. I enjoyed that game because I can't believe Enzo Fernandez he actually had like a Bruno Fernandes performance. He was so bad on the pitch performance-wise, but he managed just to get an assist via cross and a pen goal. Genuinely was one of the. I have to say that was like the funniest.
But Ahmed, this is what we're saying about a good team. Remember last season? I know. Remember last season? Ahmed, hold on. I know. Remember last season? I said when Chelsea clicks that Chelsea was going to be a problem. When you play badly and you can scam a win, it's part of it. Sometimes, in fact, luck is part of this thing. You need to ride your luck sometimes. Yeah, your skill sets, everything that you need to hope that everything goes your way. Again, VAR today, some diabolical VAR going on today, and I was like, you know what? I've just accepted the fact that it's going to be a crap show every single time. Just make the best of the game. Like, whatever the outcome is, just hope that your team wins, because something will get you. If it's not the referees acting crazy and VAR backing them up on the pitch, it's some dead football being played. You know, I saw Arsenal do the same thing on game week 1 against Manchester United, dead football. And I'm just like, you know what? If this is what the season is going to be, all I can hope for is 3 points in every game. Like, at the end of the day, just give me a win so that nobody's shitting on me after the game. You know what I mean? But today's game, Chelsea, you guys, I don't know. I don't think Fulham did enough as well. I don't think they did enough outside that first attempt that they had on goal that was cancelled, which I thought was grossly unfair. You know, but
I think that was well deserved, man. Personally, for me, that was well deserved.
No, because again, if you look at the offside decision that they called on that goal, they called offside on it, right?
No. The reason why it got called off was because when Muniz did the turn, he stepped on what's it called?
I know, but he got but Muniz got the ball first before he turned. He did that leg over thing where you flip over. So he had already gotten the ball and
but it wasn't offside. There was no offside.
Hold on. Where did the referee want Muniz to put his leg after he had jumped on top of a ball and flipped it to the side?
Don't ask the referee, man. Ask the VAR. You need to ask the VAR. VAR is the one that told them.
But that's my point. I said that's some diabolical VAR there. And then even when they looked at the the VAR, when they said maybe it might be offside, they were showing his arm, and I'm like, hold on, can we pause here?
What are you talking about? It's Man United game.
No, we also had a handball.
They're talking about Chelsea.
Oh, the handball.
The handball that João Pedro too had a handball in the middle.
1 minute, 1 second.
That was now granted as a penalty, and I was like, hold on, what's going on here? Like, this is just so confusing, because in that same game of play, in that same stretch of play, João Pedro also touched the ball.
Yep.
He controlled the ball down. in that same
But
handball.
you know, that happened after the handball.
Hold on. A player
After the handball.
jumped on his back.
It happened after the handball. So, like, you know,
like this when he
I think
jumps.
you're thinking too far ahead in the future. We're focusing on the past there, like, you know, a few seconds in the past. You know, that handball.
I'm just saying. Listen. I'm just saying. Ahmed. All I'm saying is, like, I know that we're going to have some horrible, even with all the whatever automatic offside, we're going to have a lot of horrible rules this season called. I just hope that my team gets on the winning side of 3 points, whatever happens.
Well, the semi-automatic in the Burnley game.
That was crazy, by the way. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw the picture.
That one was the one where they said it was
with the arm. Yeah.
But then but the rule, you know what the rule says? The rule says
your arm.
The rule
was it not your shoulder? Was it not from shoulder?
Yeah.
I thought the new rule was from the shoulder. So like
that's what I thought.
Yeah. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
But that handball in the Chelsea game, I thought the rules were if the ball's going over the goal or away from the goal and it hits your arm, it's not handball because you're not blocking a shot that's going to go in. Like that was like blew well over the bar. Like the volley was way over the bar. His arm was up here, like here.
What volley? That was a cross.
I'm not sure how that was possible when the ball.
No, but to be honest, where did anybody here think that Bournemouth were robbed of the first?
Burnley.
Fulham.
Yeah, that was a goal. That should have been a goal.
How is that supposed to be a goal? Can someone? Can we talk about this? How is that supposed to be a goal?
It wasn't a foul.
That wasn't a foul.
Can you elaborate? Can you guys elaborate?
I can tell you why it wasn't a foul.
The guy that scored the goal,
he did
the guy that got ruled off. Like for the
but that was even the same phase though, right? The assist, that was the creation of the assist.
I know,
exactly,
but the creation was a dribble where the player had jumped over the ball and dragged the ball with his back feet. Of course, he's in the air. He has to land on the floor. Your player puts his foot in. The ball is already gone, and his foot steps on the other player. And you call that a foul? He didn't go in for a tackle. He went in for a dribble. There's a big difference.
Did you hear what the referee said? He said it was for a reckless challenge. I was like, how can it be a reckless challenge? He was the one in control of the ball.
He had the ball. He did
exactly.
He did a drag on the ball, but he jumped over it and pulled with his right leg. Of course, when you do that, anybody who plays football knows once you do that move, both legs are literally off the ground. Now you have to get back on the ground to balance to pass it. He did the drag and then he did the pass. And what would the referee say? Where do you want him to plant his leg when he's bringing it down? He should raise it above his head like a ballerina because somebody's coming to try and get the ball. Like, what are we doing here? It was hot.
Listen, at the end of the day, can I ask a question? At the end of the day, what happened? His foot stepped on Chalobah, studs on. Whether we like to admit it or not,
that's not the
foul. It's a foul. It's a foul. It doesn't matter if it's
not all contact is a foul. It's not a non-contact sport.
Listen, he does that because he has nowhere else to go, and so he has to step on him. And listen, that is
my point. Is Chalobah was the one who ran into this guy when the guy was dragging the ball away.
But listen, that's his job as a centre back.
Hold on.
His job as a centre back.
But who had control of the ball? Who had control of the ball? No. See again.
Muniz can have control of the ball, but Muniz also is the one that's stepping his foot.
Ahmed, let me say this, Ahmed. I'm not blaming Chelsea here. I'm talking about refereeing, so you don't need to defend them. I'm not saying Chelsea did anything wrong. If that happened to my team and the referee did that for us and canceled the goal, I'll take it as well. Because I'll be like, hey, thank you for canceling the goal. It's not Chelsea's fault. It's bad officiating I'm talking about here. This is not Chelsea. Luckily, got on the end of the bad officiating. It's not Chelsea's fault. I would take it if it happened to Arsenal. If they chucked off a goal for me from like that kind of thing, I'd be like, yeah, thank you.
I like this way. I know what you're doing. Like, I like it. Chelsea didn't do anything. But if it happens to my team, I'll be happy. But I think Fulham were robbed. You know what? If it happens to my team, I think it.
We know what's next.
You asked about what was the cause, and I said
it's up to you. I think it's a foul. If that happened against my team, I'll be calling a foul all day. I'll call it a foul all day.
That's not a
if
foul.
It happens against my team, I'll be asking for a foul all day. Football is unfortunate.
Let me ask you a question. Was the referee right? Hold on. Was the referee right?
I'm gonna talk, bro.
Was the referee right? Yes or no? I want you to ask.
What do you mean the referee was right in what?
In calling that a foul. Was he right? Yes or no? VAR.
You have to say the VAR.
It's a foul.
Yeah. Was the referee? I want you to say it clearly. Mo, the referee was right. That was not. Don't tell me it's a foul. A foul.
What? I don't know. Why is the question?
The ref didn't call it.
Muniz had control of the ball, dribbled. Chalobah brought his leg in. Muniz was in the air and stepped on Chalobah's leg.
And VAR intervened correctly. He impeded the player by stamping on his foot.
He was in control of the ball, not Chalobah.
What is this, bro? I can be in fucking control of the ball and literally stamp on someone's foot and it's a foul against me. That happens, Dio. It happens all the time. Okay, guys, people in the chat guys, it happens all the time. People are really in control of the ball and they still follow through, stamp on players, and it's get called a foul against them all the time. All the time.
The only difference. No,
it's Mac, stop. Can we stop before we go to the next one? It happens all the time in games. When people are in full control of the ball, they try to dribble and they hit a player with a stud and it gets called a foul against him.
Chalobah ran into him.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna give you even worse one. Players with the ball, sometimes they turn with the ball, and a player coming in, they protect themselves with their hands up here, and someone hit their hands and it's a foul against them. Tell me I'm wrong. They're in control of the ball. They're protecting themselves, and someone went to challenge for the ball. You have your hand up like this, and you hit him, and it's called a foul against you. It happens, right? Full control of the ball. But it's called reckless. When you put your studs down like this, when someone coming to challenge you, you're putting yourself at risk of being called a foul. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
I don't know. You know what?
Allah.
No, stop.
I'm going to stop. Here we go. I'm going to mute my mic. Dayo, you take control.
No, that's not the point. You know, I'm not one of those people that are going to do that to you. Tell me like, oh yeah, you just take your studs down. The guy was in a dribbling motion. He literally had jumped over the ball and dragged the ball. He had taken the ball away. Chalobah ran in, and if a player is already in the air, do you expect him to fly and float on? It's a contact sport. You run into a tackle where a player has dribbled, you taken the ball away, made a pass, and then he started step on you because you launched your leg in. You were late.
Bro, that foul got called against me and against my team plenty of times when I played football. Plenty of times.
Even Joe Cole, ex-Chelsea player, said it wasn't a foul.
Does not make it right though.
Joe Cole, shout out to Mike.
Can I just say one thing on it that people are kind of just ignoring the facts is the referee didn't give it as a foul. So if it wouldn't have been, hang on, if it wouldn't have been a goal, if it wouldn't have been a goal, then VAR wouldn't have gone all the way back to then check to see whether they could disallow a goal. Because that's what VAR do now. As soon as the goal's scored, VAR then checks to see whether they can disallow it.
Yeah.
The referee didn't call it as a foul immediately because he had a good view of what happened.
Is it a clear and obvious error? No.
You just got to listen. At the end of the day, man, you just got to discuss it with VAR, mate.
PGML, that's why I said VAR is horrible. Like,
I mean, the guys that are doing it, not the referee. The referee's decision for both of them was not obviously be a handball for a pen or for it to be a foul. But I think PGML, Stuart Atwell, different. That's all I can say.
So are you guys saying that they are? So why would they chop it off if they didn't think it's a foul then?
No, I'm saying the ref had a clear view. The ref saw everything happen and let the play go on, and then the goal was scored. The ref even literally, as the goal was scored, was turning around to blow and do this when VAR spoke to him, and then he stopped. Like, this was the whole... I'm watching the sequence again, the entire thing. The referee had a good view. If it was a foul, he would have blown the foul immediately.
He didn't see it. How would you confirm that he saw it?
Because from the wide camera angle, he was standing right there. He's standing right in front of where the two players are standing.
Maybe he didn't see the stamp on the foot.
Listen, but my point is he saw...
Okay, don't worry about the referee. I'm gonna ask you something. Forget the referee. Do you think the stamp on the foot is a foul or not a foul?
No, it's stamped on the foot directly if you miss the ball. But if you've dribbled past the player and you're running, if I raise my leg to run and I've dribbled past you, does that leg have to come back down? Yes. If you now slide your leg underneath and my studs hit you after I've dribbled past you.
But Munoz was moving towards Chalobah.
No. Munoz moved and he did that flick over with the ball. He jumped over the ball.
He jumped to the right side, flicked the ball and landed. Guys, he jumped.
He spun. He didn't jump.
Yeah, he spun. So he went. He spun. Yeah. So he went, and so he was going. The movement was directed towards Chalobah. Chalobah as well was going towards him. But at the end,
Chalobah
the player
was
that
from
got
the back, Muniz was coming from the right. Chalobah from the back.
Dio, the player that got stomped on is the player that got fouled. I think it's a very. I don't know how do
So why did
people
the
say
referee?
that by
Why
the
did the
letter
referee?
of
Why
the
did the
law.
referee
It's a
blow it
freaking.
then? Do
He
you know if
didn't
that?
say
Let
it.
me ask you, do you know if that ball had gone to corner, had gone to throwing? The referee, if it wasn't a goal,
Yeah, but they are
would
not
have called
allowed
it.
to look back. They are not allowed to look back
But
in
they look back
corners.
on
They're
this
allowed.
one. They look back on
No, because that was the whole phase of play.
Yeah.
It was Muniz, then to
So my,
Thingy,
so
and
my
then Thingy
question,
scores.
so my question again to you, Ahmed, if that ball had gone out to a goal kick, let's say they did not score that ball, they had gone to a goal kick, would the referee and VAR have called it back and said that was a foul, give him a yellow card? They
No.
won't. So
No,
what are we
but
doing
of
here?
course, but
What are we
but
doing
there's a
here?
difference though, right? This
Like,
has
really?
led to an actual goal, right? Obviously,
Yeah,
with that
right.
one, you can play,
Yeah,
you can
right.
play advantage, and you can keep it pushing.
Who
right?
got the ball
And it's
first?
up to the ref.
Who got the ball first between Muniz and Chalobah?
He can get the ball first, but he still stepped
Who
on him,
got
bro.
the ball first? Just I'm
He
not
still
saying,
stepped on him.
I'm
Still
not
hurt
saying,
the player.
I've not got to the part where he steps on him. I'm
No,
asking
this is Dio. Muniz got the ball first.
And then what was Muniz's motion?
He was
Away
trying to
from
turn
turning away from Chalobah.
away.
Yes, he had gotten the ball from the right hand side
Away.
and he was spinning to face the goal. Am I blind?
He was doing a side spin, no?
Yeah, he was doing a side spin to turn away from the player. Or did he do a side spin to run into the player? He got the ball first and did a side spin to back away from the player. So his foot has to still come back down. It don't make no sense. Anyway, if you say that it's a foul in your books, boom. I just know that VAR this season, they're wrecking the game for me already.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know,
think
listen,
they were
I just want
It starts
to.
again. It started. It is starting from now, guys. Like, come on now.
They
Are
will
we
wreck
doing
the
this
game.
now? It's starting now. It
How many
hasn't even.
mistakes did we see today in all the game?
Oh.
How many? What is this starting now? Can we not call out when we see that something is wrong? All I've simply said today, I will never complain about them. If you want to have a conversation about it, I'll have one. I will not complain about whatever the results are from referee or VR. I just pray and hope that my team is on the winning side of 3 points. Simple. Because that's the way the game is for me now. It's no longer enjoyable where I can talk about the game at the end of the day and say, oh, look, did you see that flick over that Muniz did and that led to that goal? No, we're talking about a referee who saw something. To him, it wasn't a foul.
I just watched it again. It's a clear foul. I just watched it again. He turned and he literally went towards him to stamp on him. It's a clear foul. I can't see anything else. No, seriously. I just watched it again. I can send you the link.
Call it immediately more. Why didn't the referee just go ping? Foul. I'm standing right here. I see it's a foul. So the referee doesn't know his job then. That's what you're telling me. Because your excuse is the referee did not see it and he had a clear line of sight. He's standing exactly on the same line with Muniz as Muniz runs towards the ball. So what are we doing here? Referees don't know their job now? Come on, man. Let's not, let's move on, please. Let's move on. This is what it's going to be this season. Game after game after game. Foul or no foul, at this point, if you tell me that the referee saw that and let play continue, then he should never ref again. If you say it's a foul,
and that happens all the time.
Then you should be calling for that ref should never ref again.
Look, I'm sorry, guys. There's like 3 phases of play after the foul. Like it shouldn't have been disallowed. They had plenty of time to do recovery, and it happened just outside the box in the other opposition's area. Like, are they going to roll it back all the way to like what 5 phases of play?
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
But this was with one phase of play.
Ridiculous.
This was when one phase of play.
It's terrible this season. Look at the Liverpool game where the Bournemouth guy blatantly handballed it. Like, that's a red card and a sending off. Like,
again, listen. All I can say when it comes to this, I actually agree. I think when it comes to me with VAR, like I actually agree that, for example, like decision making at times can be very, very poor. I think for me, my problem has always become when you see something is clear and obvious, right? There's only few things that can be clear and obvious in my personal opinion. If it's like a really high tackle, if it's like an obvious handball. And I feel like anything, maybe there's 1 or 2 others that maybe I'm forgetting. But other than that, there's not really anything else that can be, as clear as obvious, if that makes sense. So
50-50 in the middle of the park. Like, let's be real.
Yeah. You can't really say
both going for the ball at the same time. One guy wins it, the other one doesn't. So what?
He wins
I don't
he
think
wins it and turns around to protect the ball, to shield the ball away from which is what you do. It's a contact sport.
But one thing I say, man, one thing you always say, that one thing I will say about
when the ball touches other people.
One thing I will say from like a Chelsea perspective is just that, listen, we got some luck today. We needed that luck,
bro.
And that's it, man. And listen, we needed that today. We need that today. And we appreciate the PGML for today only.
Look, see, Ahmed, you know, at the beginning, I said, luck is part of this game. Honestly speaking, the same thing for me. Like I said, if Arsenal was playing and they chuck that goal off, I'll take it. Because if bad refereeing is going to be bad, then I might as well benefit from it.
I don't even feel like the referee was bad today.
No, not the referee.
It wasn't even the referee's fault.
I'm saying
the referee was being,
I'm saying refereeing in general, not the referee, not the guy. I'm just saying, like, if bad
The
refereeing,
refereing team.
you know, the refereing team,
the refereing team was, that's not what he took,
like, not the guy himself. But yeah, if it's going to be bad, I hope I benefit from it, because at this point,
Mo, if you watch it, your mate Cucurella had the chance to clear it as well.
Yeah. After that play, there was another player who went in for another tackle that Muniz got the ball away from. It was literally.
To be fair, I can't lie to you, man. I feel Cucurella looks like he's lethargic, man.
I can't watch that no more. It's making me angry. Honestly, can't watch that replay no more. It's making me angry.
But you know, if I'm just speaking about obviously the game in general, listen, I think obviously we didn't have that much of a great performance, particularly in the first 30 minutes of the first half. But I think again, it's the beginning of the season. We've just come back from like a bit of a break.
Excuses.
Listen, the one thing I will say, obviously,
the problem with people, the people are so hypocritical. Of course, it's not personal, Ahmed. I know that, you know, brother.
Yes.
So hypocritical by people. Arsenal first game of the season, playing Manchester United away from home at Old Trafford, win 1-0 away from home against Man United. Everyone running a whole week shows, including Ahmed as well on other channels as well, bantering Arsenal for bad performance. Shit performance. How dare you? You should be winning the title. Oh my God. Your team is shit. Your team is shit. Now Chelsea play bad. It's just the beginning of the season. We are getting in the groove. We're feeling the Club World Cup. You know, our players are tired. You know, it's literally like kind of. And Arsenal played away, yeah. Played away at Man United. Chelsea played at Stamford Bridge. Yes, you know, we are different. You know, we are trying to get in the
Man
group.
United who just scraped a win over Burnley.
Arsenal won, right? Arsenal won. People ran shows, bantering Arsenal.
Terrible.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the problem is, Ahmed, just call it as it is. Today's performance was dog shit.
I agree.
Dog shit.
I know. I feel like particularly the first 30 minutes, I'll be honest, it was really bad. But the way it was very bad. It was very bad. I can't lie to you. The midfield, like Caicedo, I feel like Caicedo is very tired, man. He needs like a rest. We need to start getting the other midfielders like into the game a bit more. He needs to.
I thought you have the second coming of Caicedo.
That's it, man.
So
That's what I'm saying. We need to bring him on. Him and
so
I feel like those two need to actually come on a bit more often because, like, Enzo definitely looks like he's not fit, bro. I don't know how. Like, he may have done well in the GA department today, but performance-wise, bro, bloody hell, that was crazy what he did. What I saw from him today. That's like one of his worst Chelsea performances, in my personal opinion. But really bad performance, but we got to do it. That's what matters to me. Even when we were bad, we won. And again, this is with the lap injured, which is really, really, really bad. Sad for me because I actually started looking like he was getting into something. It's a shame that he's out for 2 months. It seems apparently it's going to be back. Probably November.
That's 6 to 8.
So it's okay though, because Todd Bowley can turn the private jet round while it's in midair.
Listen, man, we didn't. It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. So Jackson, mate.
Can I just say, I was so glad that the lap got injured because I was mad as hell. I was mad at hell that you were getting that much money for that useless pile of crap, Jackson. I was like, how did you manage to sell him for so much money, man?
We didn't sell him, mate. We actually just got like a 40 million loan fee for him with our thingy. But Jackson's coming back now, it seems. And
he's not coming back. He just told him he's not coming back.
Well, listen, mate. He's under Chelsea contract.
He literally it's literally the tweet now.
Well, mate. Listen. Apparently, Chelsea have given
Well, if Isak can bully Newcastle, maybe Jackson can bully Chelsea. Isak did it.
Listen,
Isak bullied the whole.
He's not Newcastle.
Bro, Isak bullied the whole city in England.
Listen.
Jackson
We are not
Newcastle.
Have some respect, Mo. You are disrespecting Chelsea right now, yeah. You are not Newcastle, and this is Jackson, bro. He's not Isak as well. Like, listen, if he turns to come back, he's under our contract.
Let me just
we will send that brother back.
Ahmed, Chelsea, take the money. take the money.
I'm not.
Yeah, take the
Let
money.
me tell you why.
14 million loan. 14 million loan. I'm not
Let me
taking
tell you why I said take the money. If this guy comes back with his bad juju, that you guys have dragged him back, and then João Pedro gets injured and he becomes
Full
the
of red
only striker
cards.
for the season, Jackson is going to be the guy leading your front line. Let him be out of your club. Let him stay there. Figure out something else. Get somebody from your academy. Take your.
I trust. I trust.
This is ridiculous. Bro, this is
Enzo
ridiculous.
business.
The agent is actually with him in and he just publicly on Instagram said we are not going back. The plane doesn't go backward. Bro, he literally posted that on Instagram.
They're burning their passports as we speak.
They're like refugees in Germany. Jackson is a refugee in Germany, bro.
Listen.
He's like,
Listen, you can say all of that.
passport.
You can say all of that,
Yeah.
but this is. Listen, I hate to use this as the Manchester United gimmick for Chelsea, but this is Chelsea Football Club, bro. If you want you to come back, you will come back and you will play football for us. It's as simple as that, man.
But can I tell you something? You're better off without him than him.
I
don't
the
think he's
only
good
reason
enough.
why. Listen. I get what you mean by that, but
It's not
the
about
problem is-
numbers. You know, it's not about numbers, right? He
I know what
hurts
you
your
mean.
team.
I know what you mean, but the problem for us here is that we are without Delap, we're only down to João Pedro at striker, and then everyone else is really like a makeshift striker. after
Yeah,
that,
like
man.
a false nine.
Yeah.
Jackson himself is not a
And the
football
way
player
you
for
play-
you. It's done. It's finished.
But I don't know if you've noticed, like the way we play now, we play with two strikers now up top. That's the only
You
thing.
don't
right?
play.
So
You play with Kana, two strikers on the right
essentially,
side.
it's two
Yeah.
strikers. That's the reason why I'm saying it like that. So
Well,
you
you
know,
know
if
what?
you don't
Maybe you
know-
can. Maybe you know what? You can actually once Xavi Simons gets in the club, maybe you can play him there. João Pedro up top, Xavi Simons behind him, and then it'll be all right.
hold up. Are you trying to
What?
troll me? Are you trying to troll me?
Haven't you still got Raheem Sterling?
Hold on, I thought they have.
No, that's Tottenham. That's Tottenham, mate. That's Tottenham.
Right.
You mean Fermin Lopez, maybe? We've just
Oh.
you met me and Fermin Lopez, but we've just bid for him. But I think for me, listen, nevertheless,
Let me ask you a question, Ahmed. This is a genuine
Yes.
question. Now that Delap is injured, if you bring Jackson back and you play Jackson and João Pedro, I don't know how that formation is going to work, and Jackson looks better. Like in the next 2 months, literally he's banging in goals game after game. When Delap comes back, what are you going to do?
that is for Enzo Maresca to deal with. That's not my
Because
job.
again, he might look better in the two. He might look better in the two striker formation. We've never seen him play in that formation.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, if that's the case, if that's the case, then I trust Enzo Maresca to deal with that situation. He's the manager, not me.
150.
Now I'm saying what
Isak
would you
is
do,
yours.
Ahmed? I'm saying what would you do, Ahmed? I'm saying you. I know Enzo Maresca's manager. If you were the manager, what would you do?
No, but
150. Isak is yours.
On a 10-year contract.
Listen, man, there we go.
Put him in like a 50. Put him in a 50-year contract, bro.
Lifetime deal. But we'll put him on a lifetime deal. But listen, I think for me with Delap, I really like the player. I probably would say if Jackson's performing well, don't throw him in straight away. Obviously, wait until obviously one of the two, or who of the two has a bad performance, and then you can probably put in Delap then. But I think right now, if Jackson's playing well, we can keep Jackson in that position.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just ask him because I know how much Chelsea fans don't like.
Yeah, they panicked. Dayo, they panicked. Okay, what happened with Chelsea? They panicked. Okay, he's out for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
2 of them is the international break. So basically, he's out for 1 month. They panicked. So they sat at the room. They don't know how to run a football club. He sat at the room.
He's
like,
out for
what
2
do we
months.
do?
No,
What
he's
do we
out
do?
for 2 months. He's out for
6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8
Yeah,
weeks.
so that's technically 2 months, isn't it? So
Maximum 8 weeks. Do you think
Yeah, but-
every club
and there's 2 international breaks in that time.
And you've
Exactly.
literally got
October
Chelsea
and
literally got
September.
about 40
2
wingers.
international breaks, huh? Dayo, you want
yeah, but we don't have enough strikers. That's
Once
the thing, mate.
they
We don't
panicked.
have enough
They
strikers.
panicked. Oh,
Just
we're
play one of
used
your
to
wingers
have-
up front.
we used to have 2 teams. We
I'll
used
be
to have
honest.
50. We used to have 50
that's
players.
not
Oh
true.
my God!
The problem
Enzo
is,
Maresca doesn't have
I'll-
37 players on the roster. Jackson, come back, Jackson. What is going on? That's exactly what happened. Guys.
We didn't
panic,
listen,
bro.
We didn't panic. We didn't necessarily panic. What I mean by that is that listen, we if you look at the guys that played striker for us when Jackson was out, we had Neto who played there, right, and he wasn't great, right. And you've also, I think Palmer's played there every now and then, but obviously he's out injured as well. So who else is going to be playing striker for you?
Haven't you got like the Brazilian wonder kid who played as a striker?
He's not playing Esteval's not playing the striker, if I'm not mistaken.
I know, but I'm saying if when Palmer comes back, you can play Esteval and Pedro up front because
Esteval's more so like a 10. If that makes
I
sense.
know, but,
Playing the 10
but I'm saying
like
again, I said if
Right.
Palmer comes back though, when you have Palmer back, Palmer can play the 10, Esteval can go up front to cover for this period, right? The same thing you can do. You now have Garnacho, you can play Garnacho and play Pedro up front with this guy because
Louise.
Dayo, they have
That's
no
dark.
9,
That's
they
a
have
dark
no
front line.
9, they have
It's
no
a
9,
dark
but they
front
have
line
9
right there.
10s.
Garnacho,
Esteval is a
I
10,
know, but what I'm saying
Fermin
is,
Lopez is a 10, João Pedro is a 10, Palmer is a
Yeah.
10, Enzo Fernandez can be a 10. Bro, everyone can be a 10 at Chelsea now. Yeah, I mean, people figure it out. Play João Pedro, Estevao behind him, Enzo Fernandez. You have Andre Santos. Chelsea fans, to be honest, you tell us that Andre Santos was the best midfielder in League 1, right?
Yeah, but he's
there.
going to be a backup for Enzo. He's a backup for Enzo Fernandez and Castillo. So what are you trying to say?
Come on, Arsenal have one forward. Kai Havertz surgery. Jesus is not even gonna be. They're gonna be.
Oh, at Chelsea
How did
Football
that
Club, we
happen?
like to make sure we have a velvet team. You know what I mean? We have anytime one
doesn't
player
work.
in, one player
So
over that. So
it
that's
doesn't work like this one. I swear to God, it doesn't work like this. It's so strange.
what do you say? You said Arsenal have one forward.
Currently, you have Eucharist, yeah, one striker. Havertz, you didn't. Yeah, like Havertz is injured and Jesus is just coming back. So
And
currently,
you have one more. You haven't called his name. Say his name.
Moreno, yeah, Moreno's not a striker. Yeah, Moreno's not a striker.
That is
I
so
know he's
troll.
fun, I mean, I got a
That
message.
is such a troll.
No, but hey, dude, at least he did a job last season, though. He did a job. The guy scored, I mean, almost 9 goals, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so for you say it's working, right? What's your point? Define working. Okay, I want everyone to answer me here, because
What do you
now
mean
this
by
is
that?
getting soft, getting soft on Chelsea. It's getting soft. People think that because I'm soft on Chelsea and I'm like backing them and I like the team and I like the players that they have and I like Palmer, bro, you're getting soft. Chelsea, with the money you have, spending 90 million pounds on wingers, you should be having Rafael Leao there. Rafael Leao play for
they
you.
could've-
I
You should be-
disagree. I don't think
You
he's
should
good enough.
you can have the level you can have for 90 million is not getting Garnacho. It could have been way up there. It could have been one of the best wingers in the world, right? Estevao, I'll give you this, a talent that I'm enjoying watching every game. Cole Palmer, great. João Pedro on the lap, fine. You wanted 2 strikers, you got 2 strikers. And now, like what? Like every now someone is gonna get injured at Chelsea, right? It's now gonna call one of the low knee players. Like what is this? It
I'll
work
be
like
honest.
this.
I listen. I'll be honest. Leao, I'm not moved, man. He's not been.
So yeah, but you are moved by Gittins and Garnacho?
I'm just moved by.
I'm gonna ask you. Okay, let me ask you.
moved by
You're an
Pedro
honest.
Neto.
You're
I'm
an
moved by
honest.
Pedro Neto.
You're an honest guy. Would you rather have Gittins and Garnacho together or Rafa Leao only?
I'm gonna go for option C, Pedro Neto.
Yeah, I'm answer the question for real. Would you rather have Gittins and Garnacho on the left together or Rafael Leao?
Yes, I'll probably say getting and Garnacho. I can't lie to you. In terms of like the way he's moving these days.
I'm doing the super chats. The way he was turning, he needed half a pitch of width. A cute player taking out a defender. That's what it was. Exactly. I just watched it again. JC, you're absolutely correct. He took out a player. You can't do that in football. It's against the law, believe it or not. Even if you have the ball. He jumped into Shalaba's foot. I just watched it again. You're spot on.
Jumped into.
He literally jumped into Shalaba's foot
After
and he landed on his foot.
And Shalaba ran in there and stopped.
100%. Okay, if VAR said it's a foul on Muniz for winning the ball, then it should be a foul for Caicedo for stamping on Iwobi after winning the ball as well.
Exactly.
This is the one. Can someone send me that one? Someone commented on my video. I don't have it. Where is this one?
Yeah,
And is it leading to a goal? I don't have this one.
was it a penalty? Was it a penalty you didn't get?
Was that
Like,
penalty?
can someone send me this one, please, guys? Someone send me this one. Someone send me this. But thank you, Twinny. If you have it, send me on Twitter. I'm actually on Twitter now and I'm on Instagram both. You can send me the link and I'm going to check it out. Thank you, Twinny. It's not Chelsea's fault or Fulham's fault. Yes, it's the referee's fault. 100% Naval.
And that's all I was saying. I don't know why I thought I was dissing Chelsea. I wouldn't.
No, I agree, man. Listen, that's what I said, man. You got to blame the PGMO, Stuart Atwell. That's the guy that's on the VAR comms.
It's just
Was it Stuart Atwell?
By the way,
Yeah.
you just set yourself up for this. If anything happened against you in Spurs, City, Liverpool, or Arsenal game, you're not allowed to come and say you cheated, you robbed us. You're not.
Oh no! I'm like I said.
No, Ahmed. I'm talking to Ahmed. He's not allowed.
Oh,
He's not allowed to say this. That's it.
I'm just thank you.
I can't say anything with basketball.
Yeah. I'm just not gonna say anything to PGML. Shout out to the PGML. That's all I have to say.
It will happen to everyone. It will happen to everyone. 100%. It will never. In the football, then it's a non-contact football. Now, no, it is a contact with your shoulder. You can push someone with your arm. You can be physical, but you cannot, Andrew. You know what? But you cannot stamp on people's feet.
Yeah, man, exactly.
It's a contact, but there is contact and contact. The rule changes every week, so it doesn't matter what team. The rule changed against Arsenal last season as well. It did. He got lucky today with that call. Please gift him football rule book. Now you can look it up. Mac can look it up. Stewart can look it up.
What's the name again? JC Bada Bum Bum Bum. Thanks for the super chat. But again, the rule does not say that you a player in the air must avoid another player who has come and stood in your position.
JC, man.
You have literally taken full control of the ball. You're shielding the ball away from a player while you're mid-air, and he puts his foot there. And where do they want him to put his feet? He should just take off like Superman and float, or he should turn to what's his name? Casper the Ghost. Like, what are we doing here?
I think what we're all missing is the fact that the foul wasn't given by the referee.
Exactly.
It was only till they scored that they went back 5 phases of play.
So if
you can't go back that far, you shouldn't be able to go back that far.
The rule book. You should read the rule book yourself, because what is the referee doing? Standing there, seeing it. You say it's a foul, but the referee does not even blow the whistle for that foul. The referee allows play to continue. There is a second phase of play where I think it's what's his name, Caicedo, who comes in and still gets beat with the pass. Caicedo comes in for a tackle. After that tackle,
then there's another phase of play where the ball hits Cucurella. Cucurella doesn't clear it. Then there's another phase of play where there's a pass to the striker. Then there's another phase of play after that where it goes through to Muniz, and then he scores. You're like, how far do you want to go back? Do you want to go back?
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
I can't recall.
You need to go read the rule book. When you read it,
I don't have an issue with the phase of play. I just think we need to look at VAR was brought in for clear and obvious error.
It wasn't clear and obvious.
And it clearly wasn't.
No.
Guys, can we get the likes to 500? We're very close to 500 likes live, people. Come on. The panel badly needs Jimmy. Spurs get away with a penalty.
Spurs lost.
There was a potential penalty for Bournemouth, but there was also should have been potentially a red card for Bournemouth in the same play. So if it had given the red card, it wouldn't have even looked at the penalty. In the end, the ref bowled it and didn't give any.
1 week it will be given, next week it won't be. Yes, it changes. Mo, please have shame. That was never a foul. That was I think that actually, that is my opinion. I think it was a foul, Diallo. Why is it so hard to understand? We just agree to disagree. And I explained my point of view. Dayo explained his point of view. Mac has a different point of view. Alas, I believe it will happen. If you see me calling it differently for a different team, call me out. Call me out. Jackson has 10-year jail contract, Mo, on his salary. We get pitch creators. He will have a job for the next 10 years. Oh, Chelsea with the contract thing, bro. Chelsea with the contract thing. Bayern are going to be fuming. Bayern are going to be fuming with this shit.
Well, we actually gave. I don't know if you heard, but we gave the ultimatum because we told them, listen, we want to keep Jackson because of our injury. Either you pay us a permanent offer, or the deal's off basically.
How much is the permanent offer?
Apparently, we said 60 million. That's the permanent offer.
Pounds.
British pounds.
That's so fucking shameless.
Not shameless. If you are selling Watermade for 80 million pounds, from Newcastle, 60 million for Jackson's a bargain. No, that's not fair. Bro. That's a bargain bucket.
To be honest with you, Chelsea is the best club in the world in selling players. So I can't argue that.
100%.
They're amazing.
They've managed to sell players at profit who you want to get rid of. I don't know how you do it. Like Madueke, you made a profit on Madueke.
Jackson, they paid 26 million quid for.
Can I just tell you guys?
Flops for profit. Like what?
Can I tell you guys news that is, I'm just laughing at this. Jacob Ramsey ankle swelled up at halftime and he was withdrawn. Zbin Botman was limping. Zbin Botman was limping.
Sorry, Mo, just quickly. We literally are trying to make, Bayern are trying to make the deal a permanent transfer right now. It just came out. What did I tell you? This club, you know what, man? I can hate on my club when it comes to transfers in, but when it comes to transfers out, man, they're just, you know, they're in the business of greatness, man. I can't lie to you, man. I need to know how they sell.
Bro, this is all a scam by Chelsea, by the way. They told Delap to go down, leave the pitch.
Yeah.
This is all a fucking scam. This is a play. This is coming up, bro.
3D chess.
This is just a play.
You know what's going to happen next as well. Chelsea are probably going to.
This is a Broadway. This is a Broadway play. It's all acting. You're all acting. Okay. What the fuck? This is all acting. Oh my god. Jackson to Bayern, Isak to Chelsea on loan. Yes, Adam. We'll see how it goes. Isak is going to be a Liverpool player, and everyone's going to cry.
110 million confirmed, by the way.
Have some shame. Disallowing a goal for that is bullshit. Diallo, when it happens to your team, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't come to the channel and cry when it happens to your team. Oh, they called back. Why did they call it back? Someone got fouled. Don't cry when it happens to your team. Call it both ways. I tell you, Chelsea runs a human trafficking enterprise 100%. Homer, spot on. I don't want anyone crying. Mo loves names over profiles. Yeah, I'm a fuck the profiles. They're talking about Garnacho. What is his fucking profile, Garnacho? He has no fucking profile. He has a profile picture on Instagram. He has no profile.
Garnacho, I know you don't like him, and I know a lot of people. He didn't work at United, but again, you know that there's something there, and he's 21. He's going to a club like Chelsea, where again there's competition. There's better players than him. He will pick up. He will get better. If he thrives at Chelsea, don't be shocked, because again, sometimes the environment that you're in, you know,
I agree, man. Yeah.
Allows you to thrive better than where you were. Because again, playing for United, you had to carry United's name, the big, massive. But now you're
against Burnley, man. You know what I mean?
But now you're in Chelsea, where there's many good players, and you basically can ride off. Your mistakes can be more covered, and your good sides can be more accentuated. And you're 21 years old. He's 21, guys.
People really think that Garnacho's decent for 40 million pounds is absolutely delusional.
No. What I think, Mo, is that the market is delusional, because the market.
I know that you want him to get better because he might join your club in a year or two. I know that.
That's not what I'm saying. You're missing my point. My point is simple. The market is what the market is right now. This 40 million you're talking about is standard across the board. You guys keep talking about the money as if we don't see money being pumped into the media side of the EPL consistently, which raises the prices of players. The market is going to get ridiculous. Players that have played 1 month will be sold for ridiculous amounts of money. Get with the program, people. Let's stop complaining about this thing. This is the standard rate. Yeah, are you telling me that this guy going to Newcastle from Nottingham Forest, what's the Elanga for 55 million? Is that his value? I don't see you complaining about that one, because all of a sudden, Elanga that left Manchester United.
Hold on, say that again. I'm sorry.
Elanga for 55 million.
You're talking about Wolterman, Madi, whatever that guy is. Bro, Newcastle got fucking shafted.
I know, but my
Munich walked away at 60 million euros, though. Bayern Munich walked away for 60 million euros. Newcastle are pushovers, bro.
Bayern Munich is not an English club. The money is in the EPL. Have you seen the difference in the media buying rights for the EPL versus the Bundesliga or the Italian league or the French league? What are we talking about here? For West Africa alone to watch the EPL, do you know how much?
I'm sorry, Dai, you are defending this because of the Madueke deal. I know that.
I'm saying that this is the ridiculous amount of money that
you got shafted.
No, we did. I'm saying, but that's the market.
Chelsea got shafted for 40 million for Garnacho.
We didn't get shafted, man. We're selling for 50.
No, Arsenal got shafted as well.
Yeah, it is the market.
Yeah, I think he's right. 40 million today is like 20 million.
The only motherfucking club in that. Sorry, Stuart. The only club that I don't see these fucking deals happen to them, and it happened once and it never happened again, are Manchester City. They go in, they get the player, they like quickly. Jack Grealish, they only did they did the release clause. 100 million, whatever. Right? Like, And when Man City go, they get the best player of that team. Like, with all due respect, yes, they paid for Matthias Nunes. They paid like 60 million, right? But they went and got Wolves' best midfielder. They went and got Aston Villa's best player, right? That's Man City for you. Arsenal went and got the third best right winger. Chelsea went in and got the guy that haven't nobody wants at the club. No, football-wise and attitude-wise. Like Man United said, we don't want you. Football-wise, we don't want you. Attitude-wise, both. Chelsea got him. It never happens. It never happens. Like I don't know. I don't.
Again, it is market forces that dictate what these prices are.
There is no market that is forcing Chelsea to get Garnacho over Xavi Simons.
Let me. Nobody's. It's not about. I'm not talking about choice. I'm not talking about choice or preference now. More. Don't conflate the two of them. I'm basically saying that the market is ridiculous now. This 40 million that you're looking at today for inflationary purposes, 5, 10, 15 years ago, the guy is 15, 20 million. But sadly, that's what the market is now because of all the infusion. Do you realize that as of now, before the window closed, as of 2 days ago, the market, they had spent over 2.6 billion pounds in the transfer market in the EPL. All the 5 top European leagues put together haven't spent half of that. So this is where you need to understand that the market in England is a very different market.
I'm saying?
It's a very different market. Yes, I agree. Those players should not be worth that price. But with all the money in that industry, there's no way they're not going to, inflate their prices. Clubs will inflate their prices. It's standard.
And for anyone that thinks that Garnacho will improve at Chelsea, he might.
I don't know, but he's
hold on. He might.
Asked another 3 wingers to get on the pitch.
Hold on. Sancho should have improved. Madueke should have improved. Jackson should have improved. There are plenty of players that should have improved.
Jackson technically improved.
Jackson what? Why are you selling him then?
I mean, he did improve, but just didn't improve to the level we wanted him to. That's the difference.
So you're turning him over, getting the lap, so he improves a bit, and then you turn over, and then you get the next guy.
But I feel like
let's run it again. Here you go. Human trafficking enterprise. Let's run it again.
Get the player. I'm going to be honest. If you look at like João Pedro, right? João Pedro is obviously coming for Jackson. In my perspective, that's the guy that's the like for like essentially.
Fair enough.
And he looks a bit more. He looks like a much more improved version of Jackson, right? But obviously, initially, still need to see the short to medium term how it was like.
Garnacho. I can't stand him. I don't like him.
Can't lie, man. His hair is crazy. I don't know why he bleaches his hair that strongly. That's a
fucking
strong color,
bro. It's fucking smug.
Strong color, bro. Like,
the kid is a smug.
The guy is a kid.
The kid is a smug.
Man.
Let him live his best life.
Manchester United's academy is just, it's rotten. Like, it's just full of these rich, entitled
spoiled
players that think they should be on hundreds of thousands of pounds a week. Like, they haven't done anything. Like, Liverpool are about to give Rio a new contract, £1,000 a week, because that's the maximum we will pay an under 21 player on a contract.
You should have looked for someone better than Jackson, and probably Delap is better than Jackson. I actually think that Delap as a player is better than Nicholas Jackson. I don't disagree with this. I just think with the money that Chelsea spent, they could have made a super team. Instead of buying 2, they should have bought 1 and keep some of the players they have.
The problem with Chelsea again is,
but I know it's a different way of running it. Me and you spoke about it.
No, I was even talking about their salary.
I don't like it. I don't respect it.
I'm just saying that their salary structure is what would not have made them be able to build a super team. I mean, you go get big players that you don't want to pay them.
No, and instead of paying 200, pay 200.
Yeah, I agree with you, but they wanted volume and numbers, and again, they're showing for the future. The way Chelsea is, they're going to be solid for the next 5-6 years if they keep going this way. Most of their players.
The problem is the problem is this is a very good segue. Okay, here is the problem, Dan. Chelsea's aim is to win the Premier League or the Champions League, right? As a big club, right? Am I wrong to say this?
Yeah,
it should be. Guys, it should be the aim for them is to win the Premier League or the Champions League. But it should be, you get me, Mac, you get my point. The aim is to build a team that is capable of winning the league or winning the Champions League. That is the aim. My problem is the likes of Liverpool, for example. Chelsea have improved. Chelsea have improved from 5 to 7. Liverpool have improved from 6 to 9. So Liverpool are signing Isak, Ekitiki, Wirtz, Kerkez, Frimpong. They are like keeping Salah. Like Liverpool have moved further. And the likes of Isak is 25. The likes of Gehi is 24 or something like this. So Liverpool are improving for the foreseeable future as well. So Chelsea are not coming, you're not getting close to them, which is the benchmark is Liverpool, the winners, right? So Chelsea are not getting close to Liverpool.
I think in the short term, that's correct. In the short term, obviously you're correct, man, right? Obviously,
in the next 5 years.
But the thing is,
5 years. 5 years.
Yeah, in the next medium term.
Who at Chelsea will be better than Ekitike and Isak in 5 years?
Mo, here's the thing that you need to realize.
That's the $1 million question. We'll see.
Yeah, we have.
What do you mean we'll see? I'm asking your opinion.
I don't know, bro.
Don't worry about we'll see. I'm asking you, do you think anybody at Chelsea will reach Isak or Ekitike level in the next 5 years?
What do you mean in terms of striker position or just like?
Yeah, I'm talking about the forward line.
João Pedro.
Oh, you already got Cole Palmer. That's already doing that for you.
So João Pedro, they have. Okay, João Pedro, they have.
Esteval's another one, obviously.
Cole Palmer,
obviously.
Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer already have Wirtz. Now Wirtz and Cole Palmer are kind of similar.
You also have like the young lad coming in, obviously next season in Quenda, who's Quenda from what's it called, Sport Lisbon as well, who's playing UCL football. He's a very good wonder kid as well that you're hoping obviously in the next 3 to 4 years is going to be coming into the team as well. You've got obviously Esteval that I've spoken about. Cole Palmer still in the team. Hopefully he's going to continue to improve as a player. Obviously João Pedro, Delap. Hopefully if he improves as a player, can get to that level. So again, you've already got the front line. That's essentially you're hoping can do that, right?
So in the same time, Liverpool are gonna get Mohamed Salah replacement. Liverpool are gonna get
Van Dijk replacement. No, hold on. But then again, Liverpool are going to lose a major backbone spine in Van Dijk and Salah. Even though you're replacing them, those people cannot come and replicate what those two did in that team. The same way they've lost Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? You have to realize that Liverpool, when they bring those people in, will be different. The difference will be Chelsea are building their own backbone right now with these players. So in 4 or 5 years, yes, Ekitike might be the top scorer and the best guy. Isak might still be popping goals if he hasn't gone to Real Madrid. What makes you think that can't happen in 5 years?
Chelsea already have a squad that have actually got experience now. That is the worry.
Exactly.
But the problem is Chelsea aren't adding players that have experience to the players that already have experience. And I don't understand that. I don't understand that. You got the money.
I don't get it.
I think their argument would probably be that, listen, we're creating guys with experience, right? So when we bring in these younger guys into the team, by the time these guys come in,
but you have your Cole Palmers, you have your Colwells, you have your Reece James, you have your Cucurellas, you have your Caicedos and
Caicedo, all these guys
and Enzo Fernandez, and you have these guys. I don't understand why you don't go and buy top strikers. I don't get it. Also, this has always been Chelsea's problem.
Stuart, go ahead, Stuart.
No, I was going to say, like,
5 to 10
I think
years.
they've done a great job bringing all these players, but continuing to bring in young kids. The way kids develop is by playing. They're not going to be playing because they've got all these ones ahead of them, and then they're going to stagnate. And then what's going to happen? So I agree. You've got this core of young, good players with experience. Bring in the ones that are going to take you over the line.
I mean, obviously, in terms of like gameplay, they've got Strasbourg as a football club that they're doing a lot of work at. Sport Lisbon, there's a few players over there right now as well. So
they're actually calling out. Bar calling out you, calling you on.
Oh, listen, man, the game's the game, man. So it's time to pay up.
Okay, moving on from Chelsea, but before I move on, thank you guys for supporting. What has Ekitike done?
Dude, we won the league with Darwin Núñez. All right. That's all I need to say.
It's only 2 games. It's early to judge. Ekitike first has to do what Jackson has done in this league and career.
That's a fair take.
That's a what? That's a shit take.
Listen, he looks good. Listen.
That's a horrific take.
Call it a horrific take or whatever. Ekitike
that's my opinion.
Ekitike lasted in the Bundesliga, which you guys call a farmers league because only Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund that are there, literally only scored 10 goals and 2 assists. So let's not make it sound like Ekitike is some amazing guy that was out there killing it and you brought him here. Just because he looks better in a squad where the players are also better and that made him look better does not mean he's going to maintain the levels. He must do it for one whole season first and prove that he can do exactly what somebody else has done.
Does everyone come to the Premier League? Does everyone come to the Premier League need to prove it before you call them a good player?
No, I'm saying prove it in the Premier League before I can compare is what I'm saying.
So someone in the Premier League. Can I ask you something? If Rodrigo tomorrow comes to the Premier League, does he have to do what Semenyo did in the Premier League first before we call him better than Semenyo?
No, you can say a player is better skill wise.
That's exactly what I said.
I'm saying
That's exactly what I said.
No,
I'm not being funny, Dio, but the Portuguese league is a farmers' league.
It's a farmers' league. I agree with
League
you.
is not a farmers' league.
Which is why I'm saying. Which is why for me, at the end of the day,
probably the
I can
third
talk
best
about
league.
your skill set might be better than this player, or whatever, based on what I see, the eye test. But then the English Premier League is a different league. We all say this. So you have to come in, and I need to see the output for me to compare you. It's a man you're putting in
So
the.
can I ask you something? Let me ask you another question. Let me ask you another question then, and for the rest of the panel as well, for the people in the chat. Does Verts, forget that there are games played in the Prem, by the way. Forget that there are Verts played or Ekitike played. Let's say in the summer, season hasn't started. If I'm comparing Verts and Gibbs White, does Verts for you has to prove it first in the Prem before you can call him he's a better player? I would rather have Verts over a Gibbs White.
What are you
Can we let anybody else answer? We'll just get
There's
somebody
no
else to answer.
There's no competition.
Can you repeat that again for me? I just want to
I don't
So
know.
before the season starts and Verts play in the Prem, right?
Mhm.
Can someone have a take like this and say Verts? Okay, let me just rephrase this, right? What has Verts done? I thought it's only 2 games. It's too early to judge. Verts has to prove it for Verts has to do it to do what Gibbs White did in the league and his career for us to do that. Go ahead.
Verts
I
has
don't
won a
think
league
that's necessarily
title
true.
with Bayern Munich.
Because he's already had a CV of doing it somewhere else. So like,
Is Ekitike has a CV enough?
Yeah.
yes, technically, because he did it. Both
Is
in
it
League
better
One.
than Jackson?
He's done it in League and he's done it in the Bundesliga. So
What has
we'll have to-
Jackson done then? I'm responding to Jesse here. What has Jackson done then?
He scored 11 goals in La
Villarreal.
Liga, right? He scored 11 goals in La Liga before he came here. And then he's obviously scored 13 goals in his first season. He scored 10 goals in his second season.
I can call a player better than a player based on their career somewhere else other than England. Very simple.
Exactly. I follow Dutch league and Italian league, and it really annoys me how Premier League fans call the other leagues farmer leagues, because they're not. It's such a disrespect towards the Italian league, to the French league. Just because it's not the Premier League doesn't mean the players are not good, and you disregard everything that they've done in their domestic league or the league that they've played in. If they show up and they're playing in Europe, they're playing in the league, and they're doing something, it doesn't mean that they have to come to the Premier League to show that they're a good player. You can see if someone's a good player or not.
I know. So here's my thing, though. I understand comparison of skill set. Skill set, you can look around around Europe and you can point out many players that are better than players skill set wise in the Premier League. I'm like, hey, this guy that plays in the Dutch league that you can point that out. I'm saying because the leagues are different and the way the feel is when they come in, your work of body and your output, what you give to the club, like your output, you now have to come and prove that aspect. You may be a technically gifted player, but not be able to hit the ground running. Right, and you have your first season and it's a little drab, and then it might be the next season that you kick on. Then I'll be like, yeah, okay, finally. But at least I cannot just say because you're a skillful player come from the Bundesliga, all of a sudden, if you're not performing here, I use that as a yardstick to just give you a pass on every week. Every week you play rubbish, I give you a pass because you want 2-time player. I won't do that. I'm like, now you need to come and show me the goods. Your resume might be good, you just might not be good for this company. We've seen it happen many times. That's all I'm saying.
And it
I'll
might.
tell you what, I hope Ekitike
So I think Arsenal
tomorrow.
I think Arsenal actually should have signed Muniz instead of Eucharist because Muniz did it in the
like I said, Gyökeres is good.
100%.
As much as we signed him, he has to prove his goods now. I don't care how many.
Yes, he has to. Yes, of course. Everyone has to prove their worst value. Yes.
Listen, I hold the same level for my own players, wherever you bring them from. Even Eze, let me tell you this. Even Eze, as great as Eze is, I hope that we don't use him in a bad way where he doesn't flourish. You see what I'm saying? He still has to come in there, and we have to make sure that, regardless, the guy flourishes. That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking what you've done. I'm just saying when you go to a new place, it's like me starting in a new company and saying just because I was the best salesman in the former company, it doesn't mean it's going to translate immediately. I have to.
That means all the work that I do somewhere else doesn't matter. Anyway, I need to talk about. We need to get some time about the game. Can we get the game? Can we talk about the game tomorrow? The most important game of the week before the international break. Scored similar goals as Ekitike. So Jesse, if I give you a choice now, would you take Jackson or Ekitike? You don't have to super chat, Jesse. It is fine. You can just tell your answer. I'm not gonna try to see it. I know the chat is flying, but I'm gonna try to see it. I want you. If I give you an option today, Ekitike or Jackson, I want your answer.
Didn't Chelsea try to sign Ekitike to replace Jackson?
You know what? You know when you're wrong and strong? You know when you're wrong and strong and you're just trying so hard to prove yourself? Okay, guys, really, my friend Jesse, I respect your opinion. You take Jackson. That's fine. People in the chat tell me Jackson or Ekitike today. People say Jackson. Oh, my word.
Wow.
Is Ekitike worth 80 million?
It wasn't 80 million, by the way. 69
how much was
million.
he?
Wow.
How much?
He was 69 million.
69 million pounds. How much is that in euros? Is the question. He's almost 75 million euros. That's what we're talking about. I'm looking at
people
euros.
Are saying Ekitike. Everyone says Ekitike is 80 million. We haven't paid 80 million for him yet.
Okay, is he a 75 million euro player? That's
I'd never get the add-ons, but we paid 69 million for him. Like, stop inflating prices, please. Like, we paid 100 million for Verts. We haven't paid the rest yet. Stop inflating prices.
Big up, Kevin. Thank you so much. Let me do these, guys. Jackson has scored here.
That's me.
Jackson has scored here in the Prem than Ekitike has scored in the Bundesliga, and he thinks this league is harder. That was his point. Do I agree? Yeah. I'm not sure if you agree. I would take Ekitike today, Tevin, over Jackson, because I've watched Jackson enough in the league to know that he's not that good. He tried sometimes to be good. We said he's back, and then he fell off, and then the attitude and the red cards and all the stuff. I've watched some of Ekitike in the Bundesliga, and I've watched some of Ekitike in the league, and I think Ekitike is a better player, in my opinion. I think Ekitike, to be honest with you, is worth at least 25 to 30% more than Jackson, if not even more. So if Jackson is worth 10, I believe Ekitike is worth 15. Just to put it in perspective.
Fair call.
Mo, stop twisting the argument. Drop Ekitike's achievement versus Jackson. Compare their stats. His best season was 10 goals. 10. Might be.
Ekitike scored 15 in the league last season.
15.
In the league only? Scored 15
only in the league. He scored 22 in the season.
22.
15 in the league.
So you're building your own your argument. Thank you for the super chat and the support. But you're building the argument. So I can't fact check. Thankfully, the panelists here can fact check. I can't fact check while I'm running the show. But thank you so much. But so that means you're building your argument based on false narrative. I can't do this. This is wrong. Guys, thank you, Becca, for this. W's guys in the chat for Becca for dropping the 50 piece. Really appreciate you so much, Becca, for this. Chelsea fan, of course. He's explaining the Chelsea plan. Chelsea plan is clear. Build a core young players like Palmer to stay long-term, then blend in new talent each cycle. Board knew it would take 4 to 5 seasons, so early managers weren't pushed for trophies. They expect dominance after 3 to 5 years. Okay, here is my argument, Becca, and it's very simple. Palmer, Enzo, Caicedo, Colwell, Cucurella, Malo Gusto, Neto. Just have the bench as it is. Stivao is here. Add a top striker. Add a very good striker. I don't know who. Someone that is very good. Add a top left winger. Add one center back. The goalkeeper is the goalkeeper. You could have had Manyan for 20. And you are cooking. Genuinely cooking, Becca. And you can have a team that can challenge the likes of Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal. You can have a team that can sit here and say, this team can win the champs, the Premier League. Imagine this lineup, along with one center back, a top forward. Who? Don't ask me. Julian Alvarez. Okay, here we go. People that ask who? Julian Alvarez asked to leave Atletico Madrid. And his price is 100 million euros. Chelsea could have signed Julian Alvarez. Top striker. Julian Alvarez could have been Palmer, Julian Alvarez, Estevao. Imagine this. Imagine this lineup, people. I'm going to tell you this. Imagine this. Imagine a lineup where Palmer on the right side. João Pedro in the 10. Julian Alvarez up top. Rafa Leao on the left. The bench. Estevao. Neto. You sell Jackson, you get somebody else, you get Delap. You sell Jackson, you get Delap. In the midfield, the same guys. I didn't change anything in the midfield. Andre Santos, Isogo, Lavia, whatever. And you get a center back. Imagine that. Wow. What a lineup, right? Can win the league, that lineup. Am I wrong to say that?
Still got
Rafa Leao,
Sanchez,
Julian Alvarez.
But again, Mo,
By the way, it's a choice to not bid 20 million pounds for Manyan. It was a choice. Like, they weren't quoted 60-50. They were quoted 20 million pounds for Manyan, and they didn't want to. It's up to them.
I don't get it.
It's the ownership.
I don't get it.
But big up, Becca. Thank you so much for the support, the massive donation. Really appreciate you, by the way. The plan works. If Chelsea dominate in 5 years, I think Chelsea will need to add something a bit more to the team, because I think other teams will improve as well. The ball was in play for 41 minutes versus Newcastle, and in the 40 minutes, the ball was in the air, so much throw-ins, set pieces, ethic. Not good for Wirtz. Yeah, but the first game as well, he wasn't great, Jeff. And I think I'm judging Wirtz tomorrow. The knife is out. If Wirtz doesn't perform tomorrow, the knife is out.
That's fair.
Big game. You should
get a bit more space. You should get a bit more space because Arsenal aren't going to.
By the way, I am not waiting to judge players that has a price tag that much.
No,
I didn't do it for Caicedo. I didn't do it for Enzo.
He needs to get the ball more. Like, the biggest problem with Wirtz, and I've said this on loads of shows, he's not getting the ball. He used to get the ball about 75 times. He used to touch the ball about 75 times for Bayer Leverkusen average. He's touching the ball 40 to 45 times for Liverpool. It's not enough. It's not enough.
I would take Hugo, but Dio's point is very solid.
He's doing too much running.
Dio's point is very solid. Okay, can we get, before I get the Liverpool, guys, how do you guys see the game tomorrow, Arsenal-Liverpool? Stuart, please.
To be honest, I'm scared because as a Spurs fan, I think Arsenal might actually win it because Liverpool defensively, no offense, but you're not looking great at the back. You score goals, but you concede far too many. And Arsenal, they've got a great defense. I'm scared, honestly. I think Arsenal might actually do it. And they haven't lost to a top 6 side for a couple of years now.
Yeah, since
their record is
2023.
Yeah, so their record is shockingly good. The only hope I have is that Liverpool will win, and that Arteta is the manager who we all know he is, and will screw things up and finish second as usual.
Yeah, I've actually gone for Liverpool win. I don't know what it is. I just feel like the attack at this point is just inevitable. That's just the best way to put it right now. And it feels like, for me, Anfield crowd and all that stuff as well, I feel like it would be like an extra 20% boost to Liverpool itself. So I think it would be like a Liverpool 2-1 win, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I've said that as well. I've said that as well, 2-1. I think it'll be a close game. Look, I think Saka missing is such a big miss for Arsenal. Such a big miss. I mean, I don't know whether he is going to be missing because we've all seen those mind games before. Like, suddenly his hamstring's fixed. Like, but Arsenal score an average of 2+ goals with Saka in the team, but they drop down to 1 goal with Saka out the team. And you have to score more than 2 goals to beat Liverpool. Like, that's just the rate. Like, because we score 2 goals in pretty much every single game. I just feel that we are kind of getting a little bit better with the defending from the lump balls from deep. We've started to defend a bit deeper. I don't even know whether Konate is going to start this game because he has been absolutely atrocious. And the problem with him is they are now aiming for Virgil van Dijk, because if they get a knockdown off Van Dijk, or maybe they get a ball that they win against Van Dijk, Konate is completely out of position all the time. So they're having the space to then run at us. And that's what Arsenal will do. Arsenal will look at our weakest points. Set pieces, obviously, we conceded 2 goals recently from set pieces. They're obviously going to try that. And it's down to Liverpool, really, to just not concede any corners, because Declan Rice, for me, is just, he's the best corner taker on the planet. Like,
I think it's actually astonishing to me when people think that Arsenal are favorites to win the game. Some people think that. I can't see it. I think Liverpool are favorites to win the game. It's at Anfield. Arsenal can win, which is something I haven't said for a while. That I see what Stewart is talking about. That Arsenal can win the game. Like, I would be surprised if that happens, but also it wouldn't be a massive for me upset. It wouldn't be like against all odds, 1%, 5%, 0 chances, and all the shit that people talk about. Because Arsenal have a weapon, which is basically the set pieces, as Max said. This is very, and Liverpool have been bad in set pieces lately. So I see Arsenal trying to defend that. And also Arsenal kept 2 clean sheets in the first 2 games. Regardless of how bad you think the opposition is, keeping clean sheets is not easy. Liverpool didn't. Liverpool conceded 4 goals until this moment against 10 men as well. So if Arsenal win, right? If Arsenal win, I think it sends a message to everyone in the league. If Liverpool win, it's okay. I know that Arsenal will get bantered. If it's a draw, I think that will send a message to everyone in the league as well. The Arsenal are not here to play. I know that people said that Arsenal haven't lost for a while, but again, without your Saka, we don't know if Odegaard's gonna play. I tried so much to look for the fucking news. Arsenal are so really good in fucking hiding who's gonna play and who's not gonna play.
yeah,
I don't know. But if without Saka and Odegaard, Arsenal leave Anfield with a draw, an astonishing result for them, and nobody can convince me otherwise.
I will say 2 more things, which I didn't get to finish, is Liverpool have been 2-0 up twice against Arsenal in the last 2 games. Like, we threw away 2 goal leads. So it is something that we do, and we've just done it as well in the last 2 games. But another thing I wanted to mention as well is Mo Salah scored 10 goals against Arsenal. Like, Mo Salah's due a good game. He's due a good game, as in playing from the start good, because at the moment he's been coasting through a lot of games and still getting his GA. So this one might just be all about
he's stat padding, like passing the ball and Szoboszlai doing the dummy is literally stat padding.
I mean,
it's not like
important, like, for the goals, like 100%. But
he's not been important. Salah has not been good. Salah has not been.
No, he was for the goals. Like, you know, the pass to Rio was a brilliant pass. Like, he also put a really
He
good
didn't
ball
even mean it to Rio.
Curtis Jones that he should have scored.
He didn't mean it even to Rio. He meant it to Szoboszlai. What are you talking about? It was
a good pass. It was a good pass that Szoboszlai could step
over. Firm ball.
And it still went because if he meant it to Szoboszlai, it should have stopped where Szoboszlai was. When Szoboszlai went over it, the ball should have the amount of force he put was enough to get to Rio, to give Rio what he needed to do. So, you know, give the man his flowers. The guy was involved in the
man. I'm Egyptian. I'm the one to give him his flowers. It's been shit. It's been shit.
Well, but yeah, he's been shit, but he's been involved in the goals, is what he's saying. Those 2 things can be right.
So you say it's a lot of step, yeah?
Those two things can be right.
2 games. Salah always comes clutch, right? But he has been shit 2 games.
I hope he comes clutch against Arsenal. That's all I'm saying, because he's got 10 against us already. So
we'll see tomorrow.
He couldn't have got his haircut, man. You know what I mean? I think that's the problem, man.
Tomorrow we'll see. I can't wait.
I hear.
Check the hairstyle, man.
Can I ask you guys before we end the before we end the show? Can I ask you guys something for real?
Now, and I'm the Arsenal fan.
Just one thing before we end the show, guys. One thing before we end the show. I'm about to end the show. Does anybody see Man City winning against Brighton away from home tomorrow?
Brighton's winning. I'm going to tell you right now, Brighton's going to win.
Draw.
Brighton's going to beat
Brighton.
Dayo?
2-1 Brighton. 2-1 Brighton as well.
I think
Dayo, you have a PTSD from. I know that you have PTSD from Man City. You can't throw him out. But
I think City wins the game, but I think it's going to be tough for them. Again, Brighton's manager has been playing some crazy football that I've noticed lately. He doesn't play with the midfield. I don't know why.
Yeah, did you see the shit?
And I think if he does that against City tomorrow, they might hurt them.
The man plays 4-1-6, 4-1-5, some kind of shit.
He plays a crazy style, and it's just a weird style. And I'm just like, you know what? Against City, you know, yeah, it's going to be tough because nobody, like I said, I don't think anybody's genuinely scared. Now, people respect City, but they're no longer scared. So I think maybe like a 2-0 City. If Brighton play that stupid formation, if they don't lock up that midfield, then yeah, 2-0 City. But if they
No
change their
No
formation,
one rolls over for City anymore. I remember I
Yeah.
used to watch City, and teams would just roll over, and you'd be like, "Why aren't you trying to
Nobody.
play against?" Like,
because
Nobody
it was,
rolls over for
it was
City
hard,
anymore.
it was hard to play. It was hard to play them though. It was hard to play them. You got to give it to them. They were a difficult team to play, regardless of how we want to put it. It's like I don't think people roll over intentionally. There's a certain aura you walk in with. You remember Mike Tyson said, he says everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. It's like you're like, yeah, we're going to do this against City. And as soon as you get on the pitch, and Rodri does something, and then boom, and Haaland pops in when you're like, oh god damn it. You know what this is?
You know what it is? Yeah, I'll give you a good example. You know, like when we finished 12th, for example, we finished 12th in the league. We had like that horrible season. I think like when you have such a bad period, like within a small period of time, I think teams just assume you're gonna remain the same. If that makes sense, right? So you lose that era of what's it called, invulnerability. So
No,
Yeah.
well,
100%. Listen. We'll see tomorrow. City will play Brighton. Arsenal play Liverpool.
I
We'll see.
didn't give my prediction for the Arsenal Liverpool game.
You didn't?
You
What is
didn't.
your prediction?
I actually will say
Not
this.
hopium prediction. We need real predictions, not hopium.
This is not hopium. This is me actually saying this is the best time we can play them, and I think we are going to beat them 2-0. This should be a win for us tomorrow. We don't have an option.
Wow.
If Arsenal does not go
we're
in,
not going to score.
yes.
2-0.
Look,
Wow.
this is the best time to play Liverpool because anytime after this, once Liverpool clicks finally, they're going to be hard to catch. When they come to the Emirates, we'll be in trouble. It's going to, we better be clicking at that time as well. I think we're in a better position to not concede any goals and just literally find a way to just steal a set piece goal and try and get a penalty. That's it. Against this Liverpool team, just lock them off, lock the keys, lock the back, defend for your life, get your set pieces that you know you're good at. They're not very great at set pieces right now, and just try to get a pen. Everything else, don't even like. That's what I would set up for, and I think that if they set up that way, they can do it, because this is not a team that you want to go head to head with. You don't go head to head with them. You defend, and we have a better defense than they do. You said it yourself, Konate and the likes. If you leave Konate one-on-one with Gyökeres, there's going to be a penalty given. If Max Darman comes in and he drives at Konate, there's going to be a penalty given. We know this for a fact already. So these are players that can actually win that. With or without Saka, I don't think that. I think Saka hurts us. Fair enough. Odegaard hurts us.
But that's why you have freaking Madueke, Eze. That's why you got players.
We have Eze. We have a backup for Saka. Someone that can.
That 15-year-old kid's going to like change
No,
the
no,
game.
no. I'm
like,
not saying.
seriously.
I'm not saying he will change the game, but again,
Well, you got a 16 years old winning you the game against Newcastle.
You had Rio winning you the game.
What is this?
Nobody said anything about your 16-year-old winning you the game.
But their 16 years old is better than your 16 years old. I'm not Liverpool Football Club.
Listen,
I'm the biggest club in England.
Like, what are we doing here? Rio came in for you guys and he won you the game. So why can't Dalman come in and get a penalty?
Really, Liverpool fans are talking about 16 years old when a 16 years old won you the game?
I'm not.
I'm
not talking about Rio come on and do the bit. I'm talking about Mo Salah.
Like you said, he's due a good game. And if tomorrow's game is not that good game, thank God. Fingers crossed. I hope my luck rides tomorrow is what I'm saying. He's due a good game. If Mo Salah was, nobody thought we could beat Madrid 3-0, but it happened. If Mo Salah was fine on all cylinders, I would have said the same. I would have said no, maybe 2-1 or maybe 1-0 or something like that, because I know Mo Salah is dangerous.
You'll have your full trip midfield, right? It'll be McAllister and Graham back, right? This Sunday.
McAllister is not back yet.
No, I would assume he's back. So I'm asking him.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't know whether McAllister's going to be fit for that.
They actually haven't said anything about the lineup.
Yeah, I don't know whether he's going to be fit.
They haven't said anything about the lineup. But big up everybody that, guys, I'm literally 10 likes away from 400. We didn't reach 500, you frauds. We could have got to 500 likes, but you guys chose not to like the damn video. Mac channel in the description. The Bridge Nation in the description. Also Spurs. That is not your channel.
It's Jim's.
It's Jim's channel. You have your own channel.
No.
Okay, Stewart is on Jim's channel, who is here probably on Tuesday or Monday, something like this will be here. But guys, this will take you to Osam, where he has his panel. They're talking about the games. They're cooking a Man United fan for sure. Or maybe they're cooking a Chelsea fan. I don't know, guys, but it will be a magnificent show. I'm checking actually now. Oh, he has Gunnar Souls. Okay, this is going to be fire, to be honest with you. This is going to be fire. Osam with Gunnar Souls. Souls is going to tell him that Gyökeres is going to score a hat-trick. So go and watch. Like the video, guys, before you go. Let's get to 400 likes. Subscribe. And I will see you guys.
Tomorrow is going to be fun, man. Tomorrow is going to be fun.
Absolutely.
Go Liverpool.
0-0.